Hey, good evening. This is my second video, and I am very excited about to share my knowledge and my things with you guys. So, yeah, I'm very happy. And today's topic is we are going to explore inwardly, that is internal world, not the external world. I mean the very deep inside of us. Okay, so it's gonna be interesting, and I will be giving my perspectives and my things. Okay, not something borrowed truth from any great thinkers or any great theories or anyone else who had said before. It is like my conclusion and my things. Okay, so and yeah, if I am mentioning things from the other great thinkers, I will be mentioning their names also, or at least something like their works, or maybe I will just pointing out them so that I cannot because it's a very normal thing that we have to assign them when we mention them or their works or their whatever it is there to because if it is said by someone, or if it is other one's intellectual property, we have to give them their intellectual property rights. In according to that, I will be mentioning them, but it's almost mine, and I'm very happy actually to share with you. Okay, so and yeah, here I have some notes with me, so it would be more easier for me to follow up. And it's actually my personal notes. I mean digital diary, you can say something like that. So let's begin. And yeah, before beginning, I would like to say, yeah, please have some open mind, be open, and please, first of all, because it's a very sign of an intelligent mind that accept and acknowledge whatever has been said, and entertain the new thoughts and new ideas, and filter it out through your own. I mean, first accept it and acknowledge it, and yeah, if it is make sense and if it is make things right, and it is very fine. Okay, I mean, you wanna object to me, suggest to me, or anything like that, I would be happy to hear your objection or suggestion or anything. Like, if you like to correct me, I would be very happy, because seriously, in the age of full of confirmation bias, I would really happy someone who corrects me, because wherever I see, it's like confirmation bias, everyone is trying to just agree with me. So I feel like little bit absurd. So if you find anything like silly or anything to be corrected, or you think that I have misunderstood, so please be open. Okay, and yeah, I will be reading all comments and whatever it is there. Okay, anyways, so today's topic, as I have said, it's about the inner world, and we are going to explore the very concept of I, the consciousness, or the there are tons of labels people give and religious have given, and the scientists, thinkers, and whatever it is like I, or maybe soul, consciousness, mind, atma, and there are tons of name has given to that, right? And I mean, seriously, there are tons of label it has people has given to the or awareness, yeah, these kind of things. So today we are going to dive into that topic, and I will explain the things, uh, but I have came conclusion. No, it's not like a permanent conclusion. I am very happy and I am very open minded that I can, if someone corrects me, come up with the new things, and I mean, I came to know that I was wrong. So it will be I'm very flexible to change on my own views if I am wrong, and I would be very happy. I mean, seriously, I would be very happy someone has corrected me. I was misunderstood something. So if you find anything like that, just let me know the comment section. Okay, so let's dive in. I think the video is gonna be a little bit lengthier, and yeah, so the today's topic is, as I said, it's the inner world. So first of all, I would like you to introduce, this is I have created the PPT, kind of a PPT you can say, or a visual presentation through the help of AI. And yeah, I mean, it makes me easier, because I'm little bit weak. I mean, I only know the basic editing like trimming and this kind of things. I don't know the actually very editing things, so I hate that thing also, because it's for me it's like a kind of time waste. So that's it. Anyways, I'm not talking on those things and wasting my time. So let's dive in. So the topic is, as I have said, the I, the concept of I, the very me, awareness, atma, or whatever people labels it. But in this video, I am going to use the word I here. Okay, I mean, it is very feel absurd to use the word I itself, because you will come to later why I am telling this. So yeah, let's begin. So first of all, my thing is begin with one thought experiment. I mean, my ideas, my things is beginning with one thought experiment, and I would like to introduce that thought experiment with you guys, so that you can, after acknowledging this thought experiment only, if you know this thought experiment, it is very famous thought experiment, and it's not by me, it is by someone who was in past a great thinker or someone, I don't remember, but it is one of the most great thing which has, changed my perspective, whole perspective about the me or the I inside of me. So yeah, let's begin. So that is brain in a vat, and according to this thought experiment, what it says is like, um, the very I or very awareness or very me or whatever the people calls it, it reside in a brain. Let's assume that at least as for now, it reside in our brain. Okay, and because of the other senses, you, us, feel, sense or whatever it is there, only and only because of the senses what we have. Actually the I relies, it resides inside the brain, and the brain which is there, it is like in that the very I reside. Okay, and now in according to feel and experience the world, we have given the tools, or I will say senses. There is a senses of, to touch, there are receptors, then to see there is eyes, there the smell, we have nose, to ear, to listen we have ears, and to speak we have tongue and the throat, right? So it is a fundamental hypothesis of separation. The I and the true inner self is an entity distinct from the biological system and inhabits. It's a consciousness floating behind the physical machinery, observing output of a system it does not control. So, as I said, like in a brain invat experiment or thought experiment, I would say, so it's like, our brain is like detached actually from those things and kept in a jar. Imagine the brain has been taken out and kept in a jar. Okay, now if like how I touch a hot tea now with my hand, so the touch senses of my finger point, seriously, there are touch senses in my finger which will send instant neurons information to my brain and say, lol, this is hot man, remove your hand. So I will be, through that instant reflex, I will remove my hand and I will be like, oh my god, this is so hot. So you see why this has happened, because the very touch senses here is the very thing which caused me to understand this is hot, to feel that it is hot, and to touch and feel that matter itself. Here the matter is cup of tea which is very hot. Okay, so because of that thing, i came to not I came to know that there is a cup of tea and which is very hot, and suddenly I removed my hand. You see here, so same goes for everything. Because I have eyes, now the light will come on an object and reflect into my eyes in inverted image. Then my brain, when it will hit to retina, it will then make the image correctly and show me that yeah, it is a ball. Then I will be like, okay, this is ball, and everything whatever I see. And same goes for listening also for same, the eardrums, then the the raw vibration turn into interpreted sound, and yeah, I came to know that, oh, this guy said me hi, or something like that, and all other senses. Okay, so you see, this is how it works. So in the brain in a vat experiment says that, what if we remove all those kind of senses and things, and we directly able to give this kind of signal to the brain itself. Imagine now, by removing your eyes. Okay, because you are able to see now because of your eyes, right? But now if I have removed your eyes, and instead of that I am sending a same signal which your eyes send to your brain, then only you are able to see, right? So same goes for here. What if, supposedly, in a very high technological era, once, if we get enough of technological development in especially this medical science, and we were able to send the signals to the brain that without the help of eye itself, by using something like a any kind of another kind of energy, electrical energy or something like any kind of other things. Okay, but however I would manage, or we would manage to send a signal to the brain, that same signal which is sent by the eyes or ears or whatever touch sensors or whatever it is there. So brain will interpret it as it is, and brain able to see that, or I it's like a thought experiment. Okay, it is not like a done experiment. So according to that, which says the tools are just merely things if it is possible, it can be replaced by some other signals. A high advanced technological things can be able to I mean seriously, without our senses, without our eyes, without our nose, or without our ears, the very eye inside of our brain can listen, see, touch, feel. This all kind of things can be happen if only and if we are able to send the signals to that brain. So now let me explain you. And that's why the eye, very eye, is only experience of the world because of a specific hardware peripheral, that is eyes, ears, taste buds, and nerves. So because of only and on, look, here is the image is there. You see how the things are working, why you listen, why you hear, why you speak, everything is like connected. Only because of the tools you are able to hear, listen, and speak, and see, touch, feel, sense. So my question is, what if it's all have been removed and your brain is kept in a box or in a jar, wherever it is, and the same signal which provided by the your sense, provided with the help of a machine or something like that, will you be able to see the things, feel the things, and hear the things same way as you are now have been doing? So the very eye is kind of trapped inside of all of these tools. I mean seriously, this all tools, I mean the senses, okay, hearing senses, I mean to ability to see, ability to hear, ability to speak, ability to touch and feel, and ability to smell things, like everything has been attached to the tools which have been provided to you. I mean if you remove all those kind of tools, then what? The very you only remain, and you are only experiencing the world because of those tools. Once these tools have been removed out of you, I mean seriously, if you see a person, okay, if a blind person you see, for him there is no eyes, right? There is no eyesight. So for him, the one part is shut down, and he cannot see, I mean he cannot seriously experience the world as we are, I mean the people who have eyes. So seriously, you know, uh, I mean seriously, everything is totally connected. If the sense of touching, receptors are being removed from your body, then how you will even feel to touch something hot or cold or any object or any kind of thing? Or same goes for the eyes. If the eyes or ear, whatever it is there, everything is like that. Okay, and because of all of these tools, we have been trapped inside of us. The very eye is trapped inside of us. Then the four fundamental hungers, and especially this is I have taken from the great philosopher, the Plato of the Greek. And his famous, what was it, I forgot the diagram name. He have divided the body parts, I mean our bodily needs especially, into three sections, that is sexual hunger, second one is appetite, that is I mean hungry of food, and third one is knowledge, wisdom, and this kind of things. Okay, and it is like very deep things which I am not going to explain here very detailedly, but I hope you all know that. Okay, so I mean seriously, now here you come, you see why you even feel, hungry, or anything like sad, happy, or any kind of those things, or any kind means any kind of things, because only and only because of these tools, and only things because what you have been attached to. Because you have that stomach in your body, to fill that stomach you have to eat food. You see here the problem. And in according to eat the food, you have to work, and in according to work, you have to go for work, and uh, put your effort and get the money and the food, and the stomach will be filled. And it's like seriously very temporary. I mean you cannot just fulfill your stomach and yeah, it is charged for 100 years. No, then it will excrete, and boom, this cycles continues. Same goes for sexual desires. Oh, the serotonin cells reproduce the sperm, and now boom, the it sends signals to the brain. Now we have to ejaculate. We need to fulfill our sexual desires. So the signal goes, and come on, urgently we need to ejaculate. I mean, just feel hungry of sex. Just want to, just however we want to fulfill our sexual need, and then only it can get relief. And it is not like that one time, it is also a continuous cycle. and same goes for the other thing like knowledge, and especially the upper part, the the hungry for knowledge, recognition, applause, and all those kind of things. So this all the kinds of the things are pre-installed software, which is like bind to us, and we have been caged inside of all of this. I mean seriously, once the stomach has been removed, imagine a man without a stomach. So seriously, you tell me, do he will go for any job? Do he will do, I mean seriously, do he will even seek for anything like that? Then what he will seek for? Because now the stomach has been attached to him. So to fulfill that stomach, he will go for hard work. I mean he will go for job, he will work, and this all the kind of things. So it is like a causality chain effect. I mean everything is like connected. Otherwise one thing is not there, that is, imagine there is no stomach, the whole chain collapses. So the very eye has been chained to this all, and in according to exist, in according to feel and experience the world, that I have to maintain this all the machineries properly, in according to live lavish life. I mean seriously, the very eye is actually the one who don't want anything. I mean he don't have any senses of first of all, but this sensors, this tools, this machinery has been attached to him, chained to him forcefully. Now he have to maintain these things, these tools in whole of his life. I mean seriously, the whole of his life is only work is to maintain this machineries. Oh, my stomach should be filled. Oh, I should be beautiful. Oh, I should fulfill my desires. Oh, this, oh, that, and whole life would be just in a and this is things are not like a, this things doesn't have any end, man. This is like a treadmill that doesn't have any end. This very eye inside of us need forcefully have been driven by these things. And people say, yeah, it's kind of animals thing, or this, I mean people label it as so many other kind of labels, but I here will not going to label it in another way. I'm very too straight, and I will label it as a tool itself. Like seriously, one doesn't have stomach, then why he would go for work? And if one doesn't, seriously, I mean imagine the one who doesn't have feel to do sex or this kind of thing, the urge to do sex or this kind of very sexual need or this kind of things, then why he will go and marry? Seriously, why he will go and marry? Because of those tools only we are being chained to do the things. So I is actually trapped inside of all of the hormones, the seriously, the senses, the tools, the stomach, and the other all the kind of things. The pure eye does not actually want anything. However, the vessel is needy, very needy. The eye is forced to act as a caretaker for demanding organism it did not design. I is trapped inside the biological desire I never asked for. A forced labor of existence where the only duty is maintenance. So let me zoom it out more for you. See here, I have given a nice analogy through, I mean, this nice visuals. You will be able to understand what is I. Okay, so to find out I, like to find out God, how we go out of more and more and more and more, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. You see, so same for here. In according to find, what actually interesting, to find there is only two things in the universe which cannot be find actually any under microscope or nor through any telescope, that is the very eye and the god. These two things are the most mysterious thing which cannot be solved easily, or I will say cannot be solved itself. These two are the most highest level of mysterious thing possible in the whole universe. Anyways, let's come back to my topic. So imagine yourself as an onion, okay? And now we are going to discover the very eye. Where is the eye actually reside, or where is the very consciousness or awareness or atma, whatever people calls it. So you see here there is a nice visual has been generated by AI, and it will make you help to understand. Okay, so here you see. First of all, remove your clothes. Just imagine, okay? Then layer one, remove your skin. Okay, now we have peeled off your cloth, now peeling up your skin, then peeling up your bones, then peeling up your muscles, whatever it is there. Then after that, peeling up your cells. I mean, now we have zoomed out enough to the your cell. Then after that, all the cells, DNA or whatever it is there, more we have been zoomed in, and now we came up last for the atomic level. Okay, now you are just in a form of atoms. But then, boom, what? At the end, like onion, how much slowly we peel. There are tons of flavor even though, but at the end, nothing. So same goes for here. If you peel it off yourself very nicely, very slowly, very carefully, but at the end, you will find what? Nothing. The absolute nothing. And seriously, you say me, there will be nothing. Just the cells floating here and there, just the neurons, just the hormones, and this all the kind of other shit. So what you will find? The absolute nothingness. When the layers are removed, the conclusion is unavoidable. The real I is not an object, it is an empty screen on which the movie of life is projected. This is not nihilism, it is a ground of awareness. So this is the real awareness that when you peel it off all the things, what you came to know is that you are actually nothing, the very absolute nothing. Now the religious people will start screaming, oh hello sir, you don't know the concept of soul, the god made the soul and soul is the outside of the science and this and that. Okay, I do acknowledge your ideas, and yeah, you're here openly, you can share your things about that, but it is not like that we can force everybody to believe on things like that. It is still a controversial thing. It is not something like proved by the science, and nor it gonna be proved by science, I think so, because obviously it is not something which can be bring up to the laboratory and put under the microscope or any kind of meter or any kind of any kind of graph or any kind of measuring things, or or any kind of devices through which we can see the soul or this kind of all the things. But as for now, what we have known is nothingness, the absolute nothingness. And seriously, the two concept of, as I said before, the most mysterious concept is the God and the consciousness, the very I. See, so these two are the things which people cannot actually prove their existence. I mean, seriously, I will ask you all people: can anyone please prove that their existence? No, no one can, because seriously, even if though you say I am here, you can see me, then I will say that is your body. Then you will say no, no, you see, hear me. So I will say that is your voice coming out of your vocal cords by vibration, and that vibration is turned into voice because of your tongue and other muscles in your mouth, which help you to articulate the words, and that words are coming into my ears, and my eardrums are accepting that, I mean receiving that vibration and interpreting it is as you are talking to me, but where is actually you? Then he will say like, no, I am inside me, but I will ask for proof, and at the end, what? He cannot give me the proof, and nor anyone can, because seriously, no one can prove. So at the last thing which we will to be agreeing is that, okay, I believe that you exist, and I believe that you exist too. So we are both kind of here. Also the belief come, actually there is no any empirical evidence or any strong evidence that I exist, or else everybody will say, oh, I exist, you exist, and I exist. So we have to accept that, yeah, everyone exists at least. Otherwise just the chemical bags of meats and nothing else. So now, the paradox of existing as nothing. So here is a very real paradox, the logical conflict. If I am nothing, how I am here? And if I am here, why am I nothing? Because seriously, man, if you are nothing, then how you can be something? And if you are something, then how you can be nothing? I mean, seriously, if you see here, the very real problem is like, seriously, you say you have zoomed out enough that and you found nothing, but still you are claiming that you are something, because the very something, the very labeling itself, I said, the calling itself as I itself feel absurd at the point of where you came to realize that there is nothing, but still you are trying to you know name it as a I, or name it as a consciousness or atma, whatever things people call or label it. But seriously, there is nothing, then how nothing can be even labeled? And the very nothing means there shouldn't be something, but there is something, right? That is why we exist, that is why we say I am existing, that is why we say, I mean seriously, this is very paradoxical. And the I fits nowhere. This is the problem, it fits nowhere. not the material world, or not the other any other kind of world. There is no space for the eye, nor in the brain, nor in the heart, nor in the knee. It is nowhere actually. It cannot be called a material, yet it is not holy. The eye fits nowhere. It cannot called it cannot be called material, yet it is only wholly maintain this body. But the eye itself wants nothing. And see, here I again say the eye is like trapped inside this, material body. I mean the physiological existence. The eye is actually the awareness. That is why the famously Krishnamurti, yeah, Jiddu Krishnamurti said the choiceless awareness. This is the point where you will understand the real meaning of what he has been trying to say. When you will able to say that there is I am existing, and now you become aware of all of that, but this choice is now kind of a choiceless awareness. And seriously, you know what actually? At this point, you will start even feeling more upset about the afterlife. I mean, seriously, the concepts like heaven and hell. Like, seriously, now you acknowledge that you accepted that you are nothing, okay? And you are just being caged by or chained by this all kind of tools, and because of all these tools you have been existing, experiencing, feeling, and all the other kind of things, so actually if all the tools have been removed, then what? Then what? Then nothing will be there. Only because of stomach is there, then you are feeling hungry. Only because of your genitals are there, then you are feeling the hunger for sex. Only because of your senses are there, you are able to see, walk, sit, touch. Because of hormones you feel happy and all the other kind of shit. You see, but what if all have been ripped off from you? So what you will be seeking for? Because there is nothing left to be experienced even. That is the ultimate nothingness. And especially me, it would be sound like little bit heretic. What do you people say? I think heretic, or I don't know the word which you use. Blasphemous, or no? I know it's not like that. It's something else. Anyway, I forgot the word. So seriously, the very idea of the hell and heaven is itself feel absurd at this point. Seriously, you are now in a steel cage, then later you will be promoted into the golden cage. Okay, then what? But still you are in a cage because you are being trapped or caged inside the very physiological existence. Seriously, if you have been removed all the tools, all the senses, all the things from you, then why the hell you even need the sweet apples of heaven, the sweet chocolate rivers, or the milk rivers, or the any kind of beautiful scenarios, or the beautiful what we say people say what we say the girls, or whatever the facility, the lavish life, or the luxurious heaven even, because you want even nothing, the very absolute nothingness. And the idea of heaven and hell will even not work here. I mean, that is why, in the scripture says, after you die, he will give you again your body. So you see, again, you have been, to seriously, the very problem is, as I said before, the tools itself, the tools which have been provided, these tools are the things which give us pleasure and the pain. If you have the senses, the same senses give you pleasure while doing sex, the same uh, senses give you pain while getting punishment. So you see, so boom, if you are put in hell, then you will burn, and your receptors will send message to your brain, we are burning, and boom, this is the punishment. And same goes for the heaven. Oh, you get, nice what tasteful fruit or whatever things are there, and you are happy because the hormones are produced in your brain. Wow, this is sweet apples, or this is sweet place, or what all shit is there, but still you are feeling happy because of your hormones. You are feeling happy, you are feeling pain, you are feeling whatever it is there because of the your physiological existence. But actually it's all beyond that. If you know that, it's all just tools which have been attached to you in according to make you feel happy, or either other ways, that is to punish you, or to, like, seriously, The very problem itself is, so this is a problem here. I mean, seriously, the very idea of liberation itself collapses here. No, heaven is not a liberation, nor the hell is a punishment. Yeah, it is a punishment, I will say that, but still, heaven is, at least I will not say it's a liberation. Just you have been promoted to the new cage, a golden cage, but still you are in a cage, right? The definition of true liberation. So for me, what I have came to conclusion is, imagine there is a God and he gave me, two options. What do you want, heaven or hell? So I would say no, I need third option, and that is nothingness. I just wanna free myself up from this all the shit. I mean, the very senses itself, because of which I have been, chained to feel and experience the things. That is a very real problem. So I would like to free from all those things and the very craving for nothingness. I would not even say that it is as a craving, because seriously, I don't want actually anything. Nothingness means absolute nothingness. Like seriously, how you even can say that it is like wanting for nothingness? Because the very wanting itself become the problem here. If you say I want nothing, no, I want nothing in the sense, when you will become nothing means like a rock. Now you see there is a rock, that we say that it doesn't have consciousness. Like same for I'm asking here. I mean same thing I will ask from the God. The very nothingness. I just don't even wanna feel to be. I just don't want anything to experience. Nothing means absolute nothing. And this is the same thing which has been, taught by the different cultures, languages, and religions, and the thinkers toward the same coordinate. The self is nothingness, liberation from the desires, awareness without attributes. And here are the great peoples like Rama Maharaj, Shri Mr. Chakrajat, and like here, where is my Jiddu Krishna? Yeah, here is Jiddu Krishna Murthy and Plotinus and all other people. Then three actions of the eye. The eye is not the body, senses, or mind. Thus are merely the tools that cage it. So as I said before, we are moving forward for the conclusion now. So eye is nothing, but seriously, eye is nothing. It, it is actually kind of attached or caged inside of that cage, these tools, and it is just caged. And I want liberation from these tools itself. Then the false cure. Heaven and hell depend on tools, but sense and mind. So they cannot offer true liberation. This is what I said, hell or heaven itself is a kind of false liberation, and it is kind of a golden cage. But at the end, it is a cage, right? Even if though it's made up of gold. Then the return. The true I is nothingness, aware. Real freedom is return to that state. And let me clarify you one thing. I don't even crave for awareness. I mean, now I am craving for awareness because I am maybe something, because I am feeling things, I am able to express myself. But at the point of nothingness, you will become absolute nothing, where you don't feel, don't experience, nor you can speak, nor you can see, nor you can, like seriously, even though I am talking because I have my tongue, my vocal cords, my brain to articulate ideas and all the kind of shit. So at the state of ultimate nothingness, you will even not even craving for anything, because there is no awareness at all. The very depth of awareness itself done. Then how we can even crave for anything? And nothingness is actually aware, pure eye, free from every tool. That is a real awareness. Not awareness, I am not even going to, it's feel very absurd that I am again and again telling that it has a awareness, or I am craving for nothingness. It's kind of little bit, very hard to put in words of these concepts. I mean, seriously, I hope so. This much is all, and if any doubt, just let me know. And I have tried my maximum to explain things. And if you feel something like need to corrected or anything need to be suggested or objected, feel free and just let me know.